Hey YouTube, it's Numistaka and I'm back with you for my final day in Atlanta and bringing you some video footage back from London, the final unboxing. If ever you're in Atlanta, please spend time at the Centre for Civil Rights and Human Rights. It is a deeply moving story that every single one of you guys should experience. And with that said, let's take a look through the final box of the London Mega Unboxing. By the time I get back, there's actually another semi-mega box awaiting, so there will be some more to follow, so don't feel you have to pine until the next one arrives. But this one's a pretty big one, so relax, sit back, make a cup of tea, enjoy yourselves, and you'll see some pretty amazing coins unfold in this super last mega unboxing box. So let's start. Let's start with Maundy. And you should probably look up Maundy, the Maundy ceremony on Wikipedia. It's quite interesting, goes back hundreds of years, and it's there are 4 Maundy coins traditionally, a 1 penny, 2 penny, 3 penny and 4 penny, and they're given out in variable numbers in a religious cathedral based ceremony by the monarch. Okay, Sovereigns 2017, Pie Fort Sovereigns. Pie Fort, depends on which way you see it. For me, they're always Pied Fort, but NGC are very tied to their Pie Fort spelling. Whichever way you spell it, they're pretty cool. The one on the right is my coin, and this is the Sapphire Jubilee Strike on the Day Sovereign, and I got a PF70 for that after conservation at NCS. Four of those that have been graded, very pleased with that. I got this particular coin in a swap from Regal Stacker, who also got his other one graded as a 70, so all round success and happiness. This one is Palladium, and Palladium is hot at the moment. It's hot because of the Palladium new bullion coin, which incidentally has been found in proof-like state as well as state, and I'm sure there'll be a rush for those hyped up proof-like coins as well. So if you want to focus on Palladium, then there will be Palladium pandas, Palladium bullion coins, Palladium eagles, and also Palladium maples, and it's the hot metal of the moment. However, gold is always good as gold, as they say, and all of these coins were conserved and did really well. These are all by a Silver Forum member who lives in Finland, and he was totally thrilled with these. They look really nice with their panda ink labels, and all of these pandas just did so well and will form a great part of his panda collection. Incidentally, I think the 1/4 ounce panda is still a hot one to look for. I think pandas have gone off the boil a tiny little bit, but that is just a great chance of picking things up. This one I just want to freeze for a moment and talk about. So this one is a very limited edition Strike on the Day Sovereign, and it was meant to be graded as a specific Strike on the Day Sovereign. It was submitted with pictures of all of the packaging materials that showed that it was a special sovereign to celebrate Prince George or something like that, and NGC refused to designate it. So word of warning, they wrote a letter that came back with it that said that if you want it designated, it has to be mint sealed. So if you do want one of these graded with a designation from NGC, they will not accept one that is already open from the mint, because the coins themselves on a lot of these Strike on the Day editions are exactly the same as the regular ones. So let's move on. Within this case of coins, there are actually 2 separate older mint sets that came back from grading. One was a 1902 and one was a 1937. The 37 one was silver coins only, and these were all conserved by NCS. It was an expensive process. I just want you to be aware, if you do send lower priced coins for for conservation at NCS, they do charge a minimum order of $25 per coin, and if it's 4% of the coin's market value, or $25 if $25 is higher than the 4%. The 1937 set actually did amazingly well. Some of the coins are actually pretty much the best that have been graded by NGC so far, and the owner of those coins very, very pleased with the results, even though it was a pretty expensive thing. Some of them got up to, I think, 67 or even 68, maybe 67, which is exceptional for a 1937 proof set coin. That was a 67. The 1902 ones didn't do as well. They were the ones that originally were bought on eBay. It's a funny story, really, because I actually sold them on eBay as part of a consignment from a friend, and then, having sold them, the person who bought them on eBay was actually another friend, and he asked me to get them conserved. And well, I mean, it could have been worse. There were no details coins, but they were all 61, 62s, maybe a 63, but generally not tip-top in terms of condition. But then I guess we kind of knew that when we sent them in, and we thought that maybe their conservation could get them up a grade. But just look at these Scottish and English shillings, 65, 64. Now, these are the good set. These did very, very well. These have now gone back to their owner, and he is absolutely thrilled with them. I mean, just look at them. They're just absolutely beautiful, and it's really nice to have these conserved and graded, so these will last in this beautiful condition for many, many years to come, giving lots and lots of pleasure to their owner. So, some people said to me, well, why are you grading them? Why are you conserving them and grading them? Because the set itself is not worth a huge amount of money. But they were such nice coins in such nice condition. 1937 is a topical year. I think these coins are going to go up in value, more than the rate of inflation over the next 10 years. And having ones that are beautiful condition and preserved in this way, it can't be a bad thing, even if maybe it's not immediately financially justifiable just right at this particular point in time. Here's the smallest Maundy coin, the one penny Maundy coin. Here's the 2p, got a 66. Here's the 3p, got a 65, and I think you saw the 4p a while back. It was separately in this box. Oh no, there it is. My mistake. I thought maybe it was the 1902 Maundy we saw rather than the 1937 Maundy. All of these proof sets had 4 Maundy coins in them. This is the Sovereign. The Sovereign only got a PF60. You think PF60 is a bad grade. Actually, it's the middle of the grade range. None of these matte proof coins seem to grade very, very well. A 63 or a 64 is actually a really, really high grade in this coin. The half Sovereign got a 61. The Sovereign got a 60. Not a disaster, but doesn't propel them up there into the grading stratosphere either. These are lovely coins, and they're certainly worth having and worth grading, and they're going up in price all the time. So I suspect these coins are going to be a pretty good investment anyway. You're paying £2,000 to £2,500 for a set, the short set they call it, because the long set is a little bit rarer and includes the £2 and the £5, but the short set includes everything right from the 1 penny Maundy up to the Sovereign. And you can see they got 60, 62, the sixpence got a 62. It is what it is, really. It's an old set, and it hasn't been graded. All these coins had handling issues, having been in a box being looked after by different families since 1902. I mean, 1902, it's 115 years ago. It's a long time. So having said that, I think a lot more people are recognising the potential of these sets and looking for these sets at the moment. Whenever I see them come up at auction, they seem to be very, very saleable, very, very high demand for them. So here's another one. This is the Nui Island, the 70 rooster. Did very well. That belongs to my friend Regal Stacker, so does this one. And if you look on Regal Stacker's channel, then you'll see the arrival of a lot of these sets and a lot of these 70 coins and the unboxing of them. This one particularly, this is lovely, the Ares God of War coin, very detailed, high definition, beautifully minted coin, got a 70, very, very handsome coin indeed. They obviously get into lots of coins on Nui Island. I wonder if anyone on Nui Island's ever seen any Nui Island coins. Personally, I doubt it. This one was, I think, hoped for a 70, but got a 69 on that one. And this one did pretty well. A 69 or a 70 for these is very, very good. This is the Plain Fields Britannia. So you can see it's like the Bullion Britannia, but it's a brilliant uncirculated version of it, and usually designated with a DPL at the end by NGC. And this one is spectacular because there really aren't very many of these. 70, I think I've sent a few of these in, never got a 70 before for these Plain Fields coins. So 70 DPL, great result for that coin. Another 70 for this one, the longest reigning monarch. You can't see the edge of this in the holder, but it is a pie fort or a pied fort, so it's in a double thickness kind of holder, and again that got a 70, which is a great result. Not that many of those have been graded. This is a 2014 mule coin. This didn't do amazingly well, and in fact the guy who submitted it didn't actually say it was a mule. He just submitted it as a standard coin, and they found out it was a mule at NGC. 69 again for this 2016 Britannia. A lot of people prefer the 2016 design over the 2017 ultra modern design. The 17 design's growing on me. And here's some of the kind of money for money, £100 for £100 coins. This one is a 2-ounce Buckingham Palace coin. Didn't do badly with a 68 DPL. And that comes out of a Royal Mint kind of sealed package that I unpackaged. This is the 2015 £50 for £50 coin, which mimic the design, not in a great way, of the 2014 Britannia, and that has a legal tender nominal value of £50. Then we've got the 2005 Sydney Mint Sovereign. Great result on this, a 70, can't beat a 70. Silver Forum member, very happy, very happy with that result. And that brings us pretty much to the end. And so that's the end of the 5-box mega unboxing, and hopefully there'll be more soon. Please let me know your comments, and like and subscribe, and above all, chitter chatter on the channel, which is what it's there for.